yeah, after what we paid for the dogs this past weekend
Yeah.
and having the bar
Bro.
will be open for just like
For
6
Jennifer to go
weeks.
would be at least another $1,000.
I was like,
Yeah, I
it
believe it. Because you
it-
gotta buy food and drinks too. It's not-
doesn't, yeah, I was like, it just doesn't make sense for
No.
me to go this year.
No, I know, and especially with like our state tournament only 2 months away, I'm like, I'm not that pressed about it.
Yeah.
In October,
In
Chicago.
October, Chicago.
Oh yeah.
I may end up going to that alone
Yeah.
if I can bum a couch and like just stay nearby and then get back
Yeah,
real
so
quick.
if we do want to.
Not even a vacation out of it, just get there and come back.
But,
They gonna hear it all over the stream.
And Steve has announced in Chicago here, I need to.
Hey, is it even a secret anymore? Ready.
ready?
Oh, wow. Yeah, sure.
I don't know.
Maybe it is, but.
Ready?
Wow, there's that.
Steve, or Rick.
Simply.
Is someone keeping track of the scores?
Probably not yet. It was
Marco.
7-5,
7-5 Rick,
7-6 me,
7-6 Steve,
7-1.
7-1.
Okay.
I can't really keep track of
That's true. I will get them on my phone. That is
Oh, you use my phone more if you want. So you don't have to keep track of it. You gotta go through.
Oh yeah, I won't be able to do it the whole time. First one was 7-4.
7-5 Rick,
Okay.
7-6 Steve,
Yep. Okay. Got it.
7-1 Rick.
Okay. Got those. I believe.
We all got to do our part around here. Yeah. Student guy. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Hey, Mark, do you have another pup?
Alright, Griff, are you ready? Tuck in. 4, call.
Oh, fucking
7,
shot.
4, Riff.
7, 4.
This bucket is heated gone belief. Yeah.
Wow.
Going, Leonard?
Right, if you want to grab another, we have a few over there.
What?
Want to look at any of the other pups?
I don't know.
This one's fun. This
I don't know
one's
if they found any good ones.
So, I think it has
Do you want to play the game?
No, it's fine. I guess. Nice, I'm full.
Alright.
Sometimes I play better when he gets sweaty.
Yeah.
Alright.
Ready?
5 with full set game.
Ah,
back.
0-1. One all. Two all. Three, two. Four, two. Five, two. Five, three. Seven, three. Seven,
Over.
three, rip.
Seven.
It's okay.
Trying to dial that over and it ain't working.
Steve-O, we got another pup for you. You guys can play with this one. That's how you check with.
Anything but that, please.
Oh my gosh. Because we could probably alternate the microphone and the plug.
I saw that. I'm like, damn, I actually get up.
Washington.
Turn on? That looks like it turned on.
Yeah, your rules are 318.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, hello. Testing, 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 testing. Test, test, test.
218, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't even know about that.
Mic's working good. Mic's working good. Commentary incoming for the next couple sets. Riff took set 1, 4-1, and we'll be back at you with some more air hockey.
Are you ready?
Woo! Do these look similar color on screen? Dang, they might. No.
they're I'm like, I'm gonna get this. I don't like how loose these are
I'm
still.
glad you ordered it.
Yeah, I got the other one in my car, but the other one's too big. I got that one. I was gonna wear.
It would have looked like we are on the same team.
Yeah.
We
There ain't
got
no teams in this match.
NC team.
What? Oh yeah, I don't have to pick it.
Okay.
Ready. Alrighty. This lead, Rafa leads on set 0. Game 1. Our lead. One all. Two one. 2 all. Three, 2. Three all. 4-3.
Oh God.
Not those butts. Ready? Alright. 5-3.
We are coming at you live.
5-4.
It works.
We got a great matchup for you today. We're currently on set 2 of game number 1. Riff currently leads 1-0. I believe it's 4-5? 4-5 in favor of Riff. Overall, I think these are two of the strongest competitors as far as just like straight power, raw power. These are two of the strongest players here in NC. Definitely don't like holding back on their shots.
NC-4 versus NC-5.
Yeah, only one place is hanging in the balance of these two spots.
Actually flip current world 23 for Riff, 24 for Steve, but it's split for NC. 5 for Riff, 4 for Steve.
So you can tell this is going to be a close one. Great strong wall under from Riff. Finishing 7-4. Woof.
7-4 confirmed.
Can we get a woof in the chat, please?
Top notch puck control.
Let's see if the dogs are out. Can we get a wolf in the chat?
Not even a wolf. That's a cute little wolf.
Oh, wolf or woof?
Probably actually responding to it.
A wolf or a wolf?
Wolf or woof? Woof.
Woof.
We got a wolf and a woof.
This can be our feedback screen. We got two.
To an extent, because I know it's a tad bit late. But
Oh yeah, I'm far
coming
away
back
from
for
them.
game 2, Riff currently leading 1-0.
Just all out dog fight. Wolves.
Wolf's all around.
Foxes.
Oh, we got a fox in the chat.
A little bit of everything. I think I was way over there.
Do us a great big favor and drop us a like if you're digging the air hockey content.
We got Riff in the hat and Steve in the mohawk. Oh, let me bring the pole. Oh, was it on the other one?
I think I gotta do it.
We need to get a view.
2-1.
Riff, cut straight. Steve's shots are so powerful. A lot of air hockey is setting up those combos. And both these guys like to do a few straights to start. And then rail those right wall unders, left wall unders. Steve has his low top, which I am a fan of, versus Riff's high top. Colorful high top, Thompson.
3-2.
Those unders. Do you feel the thunder? Do you feel that under? Another straight. Cut straight. Supposed to be the fastest shot on the table. Has the least distance to travel. Another cut straight. They like that side of the table. Riff is also left-handed, so it's opposite day. So we got a poll in the chat. 2 votes so far. 100%.
2 votes for Steve Olson.
100% for the Mohawk.
You would expect a strong second set from Steve. Just correct me if I'm wrong. One thing he was big on talking about mid-set and post-set was his puck control. His puck control, he feels like, is not as good as he wants it to be. But that's something that's fixable.
The one thing Steve does is never give up.
That's very true. One of the more resilient players here in NC. But same can be said about Riff. But that's why this is such an interesting matchup, because these are like 2 bulls going head to head, neither wanting to give an inch.
Bulls in the China shop. They are loving that cut straight today. There it is. Show me. 6-6.
It's so funny because at the start of this match,
The forearm. Turn.
But as I was saying, everyone's been expecting this to be a strong wall affair, where just strong rolls are cranked. Being that whoever wins is the person who can actually stop the others under. But right now, it's a completely different game that's transpiring. A strictly straight, which is really impressive to see.
Exactly. I'm trying to go real slow with adjustments, but like tournament, it's like you gotta flip it in tournament mode. You gotta be on your game and not. This is weird.
Sponsored by New Belgium Mountain Time Premium Lager. Some would say it's cool. Some would say it's crisp. Some would say it's refreshing. But joke's on you. They're all three.
Cool, crisp, crushable. Can't find any Tito's right now, but we love the Tito's. Oh, Nate's got a good question.
Oh, do you want to answer?
I can't. So, our beloved Wesley Morris, he says a lot of fun things, and randomly one time at 6-6, he just said, "Show me." It is from a Game of Thrones clip where they're about to go into battle. And so the 6-6 is where you gotta turn it into a new gear. Show me.
Again,
Battle of the straights today.
No.
The unders and the
Coming strong with
straights.
the unders.
Gregory says commentary from Marco is fire.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Greg.
We love Greg. Greg's always in our comments.
Nice of you to join us in spirit.
Can
we get a G in the chat?
G for Gregory Gibbons. Does he wear zip hoodies? Probably.
3-2.
Oh, are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Wesley Morris? Wesley Morris wears whatever he wants.
Wesley Morris also started the spaghetti. Spaghetti in the comments is a call to action for air hockey players. See spaghetti, you're an air hockey player.
Oh, but this is such a back and forth game. They're currently tied 1-1 in set 2 and 4-4 in game 3.
Big tie. 1-1, 4-4.
Going back and forth. And they actually changed the puck mid in between after that run because the last puck just seemed like it was flying a bit too much. And come to look at it, like there was
a little bit of chipping on the puck.
Yeah, a little bit of chip. So they're playing with a slightly worn in, but it's still fairly new.
Yeah, one good thing about air hockey is the more worn in, the better. So worn in tables, worn in pucks, worn in mallets. It's probably easier to recognize patterns and things like that. Because when you have a fresh table, that puck is flying off.
And when you have a fresh puck, it just doesn't glide like
It's not
like
happy.
a warning. Like a warning.
Been
8.4.
Ooh. Rip making those defensive stands. They were at 4-4 for a while.
Right.
It just felt like Rip, once he was able to break that barrier, he was able to cover his shots.
whoever could pull away from 4 first. Away.
Oh, Steve's been really good with that forehand transition.
He's so strong. Is that another straight to end it? Yep.
Straight to end.
Filthy cuts. Scissors in the chat. Cut.
Scissors? Or yeah, scissors. Scissors would be fine.
What else cuts? A knife. Cut like a knife.
I would always think cuts are more similar to like a knife.
I just got cornbread.
In the sense of, oh.
I did not know.
Sharper.
The game count right now is 2-1. Griff. They're currently going into game 4.
They come already cut.
Hi, Vincent.
I mean, that is what it is, I guess, but
How are you doing this fine afternoon? I was about to say morning, but looks like we're past morning.
We ain't get going through the set yet, Paul.
Hi, Vinny.
Let's get it.
All right.
This guy then.
Game number 4. Rock leads 2-1.
Can we see Cornbread on the table? Cornbread is taking a nap right now.
I know we do need Corey Gell on the table. All right, that's what you have on your YouTube. I gotta go by. Well, then again, I also called Gregory. So there's that. Hi, Vinny. There you go. Both of y'all got your government nickname on.
Vinny Vincent Deeps. Gregory Greg Gibbons.
All right, time out over.
Two of our favorite NC air hockey players. Good boy. They hit so hard. We are currently in Paul's house called the Pineapple. Paul loves pineapples, but he doesn't like to eat them.
Steve's taking an interesting approach to this game for. He's slowing down the puck, taking it to the left, his left midline, and really just. Oh, that
Two
looked like a
cuts
cross right there.
in a row.
Oh no, that,
It's so hard for me to keep track when they're left-handed and right-handed. We got a meow, meow, meow for Rabbit Otter.
can we get a kitty in the chat? Can we get a gatito?
These shots are rapid fire.
Steve came out of the vengeance riff with a transition cut.
Those cuts are
Steve got the first cut. And again, took it to that left and cranked that under. He's been able to find that under.
crank that.
Oh,
off speed on
with
that
a
one.
slightly delayed under.
Medium.
Oh,
I think it ended up being an over. Medium speed. They're both been really good at blocking. Those unders, though, they just slide right in.
Riff looking to get a defensive shot. Steve doesn't allow him to complete a comeback.
7-5.
Just like that, we're tied. 2 games apiece in set 2.
I think I missed the one before this.
Pineapple. Pineapple, son.
oh, fucker. That's why this shit was over here.
Yep, 2-2.
Scored 2 apiece, and this 1-minute intermission is brought to you by Lightning Strike. As you can see, coconut water, just as you could see, as fast as it appears, it disappears.
With 5% alcohol.
Stay refreshed this summer with a cold, crisp Lightning Strike. Hard refresher.
We love it. Tastes really good on ice.
Man, such a back and forth affair. Currently tied 2 apiece in set 2.
That's hot.
Gregory, it is indeed hot.
It's very hot outside. It's gonna be 85 degrees here in North Carolina.
Oh, and that pollen, I know,
Everybody's
is
feeling
insane. I heard that these are some of the record high pollen counts
that. Oh my gosh.
in North Carolina.
I believe it. Everything is yellow here.
The other day I was walking my dog, and it was afternoon, and one car just passes me by in my neighborhood and kicks up a whole dust cloud of pollen.
Yellow dust cloud.
Yep. You would think we're in the desert from how much dust was kicked up.
Yeah, I see clouds down the road, and they are not white. They're yellow clouds. We got Alec in the chat. More air hockey.
Oh, Alex Arcade. That's an arcade I need to go to.
Always more air hockey.
always more air hockey in any sort of arcade.
Oh, yeah.
2 rapid fire shots right there. Bringing it up to 4-1. Oh, next time Greg's going to use the pocket pollen. It's his strategy. That's a great strategy.
Yeah, that would definitely allow some goals for you.
No one would even know it's coming. Pocket sand, pocket pollen. So yes, they are. See, the thing about Steve is he doesn't like to drift that much, but his pocket control, he puts it on the table where he wants it, and you don't know what's coming next. Big man Blastio.
Blastoise? Like Pokemon?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I butchered that.
that's actually a really great analogy.
Ooh, Nathan Buss, our air hockey friend in Idaho with the American Air Hockey League, is doing Overthrow the Pro later today, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Tune in to their YouTube channel, AHAL. No, AHAHL. American Air Hockey.
AAHL.
Yes.
That's what we're gonna call
American
it.
Air Hockey League.
Tune into the AAHL.
Yeah, I like that. I can say that. I am bad at speaking sometimes. Vinny with Riff hit that over. They have not hit many overs today. They're very cut and right ball, left ball heavy.
Steve was down like 4-1 at one point in this game.
8.4.
Oh,
8.5.
Back and forth.
Steve's getting into his wheelhouse.
There you go.
Was it too late? Let's see if Riff can close the deal.
I always like those second and third chances when you get the puck back.
Steve trying to disrupt Riff's offensive flow.
There we go with the straight. Oh, baby is right.
Can we get another woof in the chat?
No.
Greg was wondering what's prize money up for Overthrow the Pro. There we go. Yep, $100.
Any more and people think it's a scam.
I believe that. What was the score of that one, Paul?
7-5, Riff.
That last one, 7-5 Riff to take a 3-2 lead going into game number 6.
This scorecard's a little checkered. Back and forth.
Back and forth, back and
Hello.
forth. Hello,
We have
hello.
new arrivals.
We have been graced by the presence of Taylor and Joey
Oh no, you're good. We got
to watch this incredible match
2
live.
more favorite NC hockey players.
Hi, Mom. I'm on TV. I love you.
Joey list for you. NC number 1. Woof bark, woof bark, woof.
Oh, I like what you're putting down, Alex Arcade.
All the rep. Yeah.
We need to channel the woofs to the Steve Olson Mohawk.
Oh, are you saying Joey's little surprise appearance, his cameo?
Mike was in his mouth. Jesus, LMAO, that was loud, Joey, is what Alex said.
That's like
Because the mic
what
was in
looks
your
good on
mouth.
this slide? What am I
Nathan
feeling?
trying to get your credit card information if you don't overthrow the
Get it.
Pro. Joey did bully Vinny yesterday on the table. Couple games in a row. They were playing nonstop.
Rabbit Otter. Riff is currently leading 3-2 in set 2. Riff currently leads 1-0. So this is an important set for both players. It determines whether Steve goes into set 3 either tied 1 apiece or down 2-0.
Pull away from that 1-1 tie. The numbers game is very interesting in the set because 2-0 is a lot different than 1-1. 3-1 is a lot better than 2-2. So.
But see, we also can't forget the last time these two players met in a challenge match, Riff was up 3-0 and ended up marching back and taking that win 4-3.
4-3 after being down 3-0 is a giant comeback. We've only seen it a couple times from our players. It's always so fun to watch. the battle.
It's some of the longest matches in NC history, I will say.
This is a dynamo table, and dynamo tables are one of the only brands that are professional sanctioned tables. But they are very heavy, very, very heavy. Yes, it is a full 8-foot table. 7-foot are not sanctioned, but they're fun to play on. This is one of our better air hockey tables in NC. Paul's table.
I will say one table I always try to play on is at Bad Astronaut, Houston, Texas. They have 2 little 7-foot, or just one. I can't remember, but I know they have some 7-foot tables, and they are some of the funnest tables to play on.
Colin Cummings, the #1 in the world, he will play on any table and probably beat us. Not until one day, though. We're coming for you. NC's coming for you. This is Paul's address, I believe. Yes. Got more people coming.
We're currently at Pineapple here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Technically Garner, but you know, I guess I'll consider it Raleigh.
We're on the edge of Raleigh, in the middle of nowhere. But all we love to do is play air hockey. Oh, and that was the short shot was a dynamo table too. Jennifer, Steve's now wife, was destroying him on that table. It was straight bank action.
Was it a 7-foot, or could it possibly have been? No, I think it was a 7.
It looked like it was like
6,
5 or 6. Like you could reach across the table and just put it in the goal. I always thought about when you like to play air hockey with your hands instead of a mallet. Put gloves on, like really hard plastic gloves, and play air hockey with our hands. Probably be good on a smaller table.
You know, one concept I was thinking of that was, so you have your regular shots, right? But hear me out. Straights equal 1. And if you hit a bank, you get a point for however many banks you hit.
A triple bank? Oh, like basketball.
So if you do just a 1-wall bank, you add a second point. 2
Very
points.
interesting.
If you hit a double bank, 3 points.
That would be hard.
A triple bank, 4 points.
We need a good ref for counting.
Oh yeah, you definitely need like 3 or 4 people.
Rabbit Auto is wondering what the score is. I do not know. I think it's 2-4, 2-5.
It might be 3-1.
We're 4 more likes away. I think mine's not updating. We will find out the score soon. It is 4 out of 7 per our top NC-5 bylaws. Marco is going to go inquire about the score.
5-1.
It is 5-1. I don't know for who. Who's it? 5-1.
4-1. Steve. 4-1. Steve. 4-1. Steve.
I think it might have been 1.
Oh, yeah. 5-2.
5-2. It is now 5-2 Steve.
Game point 2. Game point 3.
Game point 3 coming back. It's a comeback season.
You know one thing I noticed? Well, let me say it during a break in the action.
Heck yeah.
By the looks of it, we're going to game 7
Ooh.
of set 2.
Is this still a checkered scoreboard? Let's see.
I think so.
Yep, back and forth.
You know, so that means, and this is what I was going to beforehand. Everybody has won on this near side.
He's got to
Like
Put
this
a-
last set, everyone has won on this near side, I believe.
this side of the table lucky. So whoever puts a stop to that lucky side. I sent Kim the address. So we were going to have some more people. Got Ray Nugent in the chat. Air hockey. We love air hockey.
Big game 7.
Da-da-da-da.
Big game 7.
Da-da-da-da. We only
Big
play
game 7.
Da-da-da-da.
Big game 7.
Air hockey, more air hockey.
All the air hockey. Might as well.
Nathan Buss in the chat.
On your toes.
Ray in the chat. Greg in the chat. You want some lightning strike? Wake you up with some coconut water, lemon lime flavor, 5% alcohol.
We knew this was
That must
happening
be
at least
21 to
once.
drink. Drink responsibly.
Might happen the next set.
Next set.
Okay, we are going on to game 7. We love to play 7.
Game 7.
Yes.
Nathan Buss. This is a 4 out of 7, so still a lot of air hockey activity played. Griff won that last face-off. He
And
wasn't able to capitalize on that face-off.
here in NC, our top 5 are required to play for our 7 also, for just those top spots. And they are all very close. We are definitely looking into 3 out of 5 or 2 out of 3 to
4 out of 7 only for number 1.
we always love more air hockey, but 3 to 4 to 5 hour challenge matches can be a lot.
It can be a lot.
We are having table difficulties
Strong
at the
man
moment.
Rick breaking the table.
One win. Good. Good job, last point. Good job.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's up there.
Where do you go?
They're right there on the.
Technical difficulty with the puck stuck in the goal, which happens a lot.
This book is sponsored by Piggy.
Yeah.
Piggy and Joey.
My table would never do this, Vinny says. I agree. Just saying.
Ready? Alright, ready? Okay.
We are
It's
back.
okay. At least he fixed the water.
Well,
Yeah, whenever mess with the goals, hopefully we fix it a tiny bit each time.
I had one apiece. I know that both players are feeling this pressure right now.
We are back at it. That was a quick fall. Return fire.
One of the other recent times that these two players have faced was at the showdown number 4. The centerline showdown number 4, the up and comers.
Houston Texas.
They met in the losers final,
Alright, I get it.
and
3, 2.
Griff ended up taking that, I believe, 3 games to 1.
I think so. That was the last time they played, right?
I believe so. A competitive set.
They always play the yearly match. Oh, he tried that off speed. It almost worked.
They like to joke around how they only play once a year. So we'll see if they have any more meetings this year. But this might be enough, because by the looks of it, they could possibly be going 7.
We're now 3-3. Tied up. 3-3 games, 3 points. Game 7. Setting up the straight. Oh, nice, Greg. You had a table with you, and you came upon a tribe in Brazil.
5, 3.
How are you able to carry it? Did you have to roll it on your back?
Hey, I've heard stories of people carrying tables on their back.
These things are heavy. They can weigh up to 500 pounds. So it looks like we're having another title. A lot of banging. Let's see who can hit it the hardest.
Strong man Riff breaking the goal again.
Gives a
having to
little
put our ref to work.
maintenance man Paul.
TV commercial time out.
TV
Brad?
commercial.
My name's Jody, and if you like pineapples, I have one of our specialty pineapples. You can use it at home. You can use it as a soccer ball. You can use it as something to eat, or you can use it as a basketball.
It lights
One of
up.
our specialty pineapples.
It lights up too.
Battery doesn't work.
Oh, battery dead
On which one?
on the pineapple.
Oh, okay. I was like, not our mics or the phone, please. So, pucks are getting stuck because Paul hasn't been practicing, is what Vinny says. Could agree. Paul likes to practice on his table, hitting the same shot a million times in a row. And when he hits that left on you, it is a laser. Paul is a whisperer.
4-5.
Table whisperer. Got some setups. See what shot selection he's got. Another straight. Table has turned off because the goals
Ready? Alright, okay.
didn't count, making it too much.
Oh, terrible.
7.4.
Is it this
Ready? Alright.
What a block by this.
this side of the table lucky? Still lucky? Or is time for a stop?
We'll see. As we said before, Steve doesn't quit. Steve plays until
7-4.
The lucky
Still
side
seven.
of the table wins
Sorry, my bad
again.
about the top. Been through it.
Okay, we are gonna take a look at this table.
Can we get a wolf in the chat?
More wolves, more air hockey.
More wolves, more air hockey. Spaghetti.
Game.
Fun fact, Joey Liss here. Air hockey was actually created in 1866 in early Britain. They were using a table for dinner, and someone said, "Pass me the gravy." As they passed the gravy across the table, it slid. It slid across the table.
So smooth.
Where the dinner representees decided, hey, we should make a game out of this. And that's the creation of air hockey.
Paddles and pucks were formed.
We will be turning off the mics for a little bit, also to charge the phone. So we'll be back with set number 3.
Thank you, Nate. I really appreciate all your help. We are trying to be as good as you guys, but it is a learning curve. Joey List says, or Greg Gibbons says, Joey List, air hockey historian. Yes. find
Am
a
I done
place,
here, Rafael?
a new event space.
Test, 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 test. 1 2 1 2. Test, test. 1 2 1 2.
No.
Test, 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 test. 1 2 1 2.
All right, anyone want to volunteer this set?
Oh my gosh. Hello, hello. Hopefully the mics have come on.
We have so many views.
You're back. Thank you so much, Nate. One of them is being charged at the moment. Hi, Will. Thank you guys for watching. Beginning of set 3. Sponsored by Mountain Time. We are off to a great start with that face-off. Can you turn down that phone? I don't know how iPhones work. Joey to the rescue. Thank you, Rabbit Otter. NC hockey is the best. Secret. It's a secret.
Alrighty, we are back with set number 3, actually. Riff currently leads 2-0. Currently in game 1, both players are tied up 2-2. As I say that, Steve comes with a cross to lead 3-2. A bit more goal problems, but they're not as bad as it was last time. 3-3 Riff. A game of straight set at the moment.
To get Will to watch, you gotta start no later than noon because he is in Ireland. Early morning ear hockey.
A great match we have here because these two players have played in a challenge match before. In the 2024 North Carolina State Championship, Rafael had his breakout tournament beating the NC #1 and 3 other players from out of state, including Dan Meyer, Justin Flores, and someone else. But right after he wins this match, wins and does well in this tournament, he immediately gets challenged by Steve Olson and loses that match from a 3-set comeback. So that puts Steve at the #2 spot back in 2024. So these two have a rivalry going on for sure. You can tell by their matching shirts.
Lots of air hockey.
Wanted to be twinning today, but wore a different color.
We always forget that Nathan or that Will is across the pond in Ireland. There's a time zone over there.
Which makes me realize too, now that I think of it, I've never seen Steve wear a hat. Have any of y'all ever seen Steve in a hat?
I don't think he's a hat person.
Not a hat guy. Loves the mohawk though.
Mohawk.
It's funny, my hair actually goes opposite of that. I can't grow hair in the mohawk spot, but I can grow it on the sides where Steve doesn't have any hair. Rumor is it he played so much air hockey, he cannot grow hair on the side of his heads anymore.
It is 7-4, Steve. Confirmed.
7-4 Steve confirmed. Da-na-na.
First game, set 3. 1-0 Steve. It would have to have a split down the middle.
Joey, do you know how many top 5 matchups there's been this year?
2025 top 5 matchups. I know Steve has played Ray Nugent twice, both sets coming out with a winner on each side. Ray taking one set, Steve taking another. I'm not sure other than that. I know I have a challenge match against Marco Portillo coming up. That'll be a great match.
Top 10.
Top 10 match. Lots of top 10 matches we've seen so far, including Gerardo versus Vinny.
Oh yeah, that was a little while
Another
back.
top 10.
AO is asking, has anybody seen AO without a hat? AO hat, Steve no hat.
I have seen AO without a hat. It's like looking in the mirror.
Look what Greg said.
One time, Joey hit a cross on me that was so fast that I traveled back in time and lost that game to Joey's great-grandfather in 1866 in England. Ah, Greg,
Hockey was started.
I forgot you played against my great-grandfather, Ira Liss, playing as the #1 air hockey player in England of 1866. That is correct. Thank you for the history update.
Reminder.
We got historians in the chat today.
Air hockey history.
But please do us a grand big old favor and help us get to 15 likes.
Flavor fever, please.
You know, a nice subscription would be pretty nice too if you enjoy watching the most entertaining air hockey in the nation.
More air hockey.
And just in case y'all didn't see, in the 2020 Olympics when air hockey was going on, it was at 3 a.m. Eastern time. You might have missed it, but Steve Olson, representing USA, did have a great match, but ended up losing it to China. Very upset about that, but Steve still came back representing US well.
It looks like Greg was actually the one who invented air hockey with the gravy. That was Greg all along.
Oh.
This will be an insane match from Zalatok. Same matchup.
Z Axel talk.
Yeah.
Zaxel talk.
You are right, Z. This is definitely an insane match. These two have played against each other. They know each other's styles. They know each other's best shots as well. It's really a game of chess because they have to just keep mixing it up when they, no matter what, they're going to know what each other's shooting on each other. So if they can switch it up in that right moment, make a great choice, it's anyone's match.
Oh, it's Luke. We know Luke from Boxcar Rally. Thank you, Luke, for watching.
I'd rather call Luke his name Zaxel.
That's what his name's gonna be in the chat now. Okay, we are tied 4-4, I believe.
Riff. Oh, this game has been going back and forth. First, Steve had the lead. Riff came back, took the lead.
Is that George Racky? David Rose, show me. That's Steve Olson. Is that the legend Joey?
You know, when you look at air hockey, you actually notice that the puck is like a greenish yellow color. Well, fun fact, pucks are actually...
Oh, hold on. We got our first show me.
Show me.
6-6. To the battle.
Oh,
With
come
a
on.
straight.
Oh, with a straight to close it out.
Let's confirm that score. Paul, what was the score?
7-6 Riff.
And here we have with us Cam Moore of North Carolina Air Hockey. What do you have to say about this match, Cam?
Hello, our beautiful stream friends. It's a beautiful day for air hockey. We've got two of the best that North Carolina has to offer. We got the fastest under this side of the Mississippi versus our lefty king, best left-hander North Carolina has. One of the best in the world, if we're being honest. Yeah, just coming in, hoping to keep up an exciting match. Saw Game 7 in Set 2. We love a good Game 7, as you know. 7 is the number for air hockey. Just hoping both players can get it done today.
Thank you for those words. But that goal has been having that far goal has been having a problem ever since the end of Set 2. But right now we're currently tied 1 game apiece. Oh, we got a 50-50 split on our poll. 6 votes total. Vote in the poll to see of who you think is going to win.
100%. Not going to score. You're just going to give it away.
We got Riff Portillo on the far side of the table. This this next game. And we got Steve Olson on the near side.
Steve.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, the odds definitely are 7-6. A literal back and forth battle. Oh, Luke, not gonna lie, that song is one of the hitters of SpongeBob. When Big Larry came around just to put him down, SpongeBob turned into a...
Marco the musician.
But going back to the air hockey, we are going into game number 3. We tied 2 apiece, tied 1 apiece in this individual game. Luke, 100% a banger. Oh man. But SpongeBob is known to crank out those bangers every once in a while.
Steve's
Oh,
playing
that's
with
a good
anchor
one.
arms.
That's a good one there.
SpongeBob anchor arms. We do love a good SpongeBob reference. Goofy Goober.
Yeah, wearing a hat. Oh yeah, wearing the Goofy Goober hat.
Drop us a like if you haven't already. We are at 15 now. Thank you everybody that's liked it so far.
Let's see if we can get to 30.
15. It's so fun. Joey and Taylor back inside.
You missed our rendition of "Ripped His Pants."
From Nathan Buss, ask Joey about my left arm on the table. Ah, yes, Nathan's left arm. Well, back in 2017, Nathan was in a terrible car accident where he lost the ability to use his left arm. So after physical therapy and never giving up, he was able to play the game again, but the only way he can do it is by placing his left arm on the side of the table. Hence why you see Nathan use his left arm on the side of the table. So that's why the American Air Hockey League's photograph is based off that picture. It's very important into the history of air hockey. Thank you, Nathan Buss, for everything you do.
Oh, I'm getting an air hockey history lesson today. The legend of Nathan Buss's left arm. But going back to this game, I believe Steve is currently up 6-4, game point to 4. Steve controlling possession, but unable to find that point. Game point 5 if cuts the lead to 1. Seven 5 Steve to take game 3 and go up 2 games to 1.
Steve actually uses a medium speed shot there for a switch up. As you notice, majority of his shots come off at full velocity, but he slowed it down a little bit. The same shot he usually does, just almost like a change up pace, able to put it right past Riff's defense.
But what's interesting about it, like I was looking at it and how he actually goes about into hitting that shot, he doesn't necessarily change the speed that he goes into actually looking to hit the puck. But he just tricks you by pulling that little amount of power back right as he makes contact with the puck, which is the whole difference between what an under and an over is.
Agreed. It's just a great ability to do that in the middle of a game.
that checkered scoreboard again.
Oh, more checkers. And still, ever since set 2.
Since game 5 of set 1. No, set 2. Yeah, starting set 2, it's been a lucky side of the table. For 10 games.
Rafael on the right side is actually North Carolina's #1 left-handed player. As we do have a great community of left-handed players, Rafael has stood on the top of that list for around 2 to 3 years almost.
When are we going to get somebody on the ambidextrous list?
Greg
Some-
Givens trying
Oh, that's right.
He's switching up.
Oh, and Squiddy.
I've heard Greg Givens plays an ambidextrous game. Sadly, he's still in Alaska. He's working there doing some type of trucking industry. We're excited when Greg comes back to North Carolina.
Starting air hockey up in Alaska.
Oh, in Alaska?
That's all they got to do up there.
The Alaska Air Hockey League.
And if you didn't know, the reason Greg Givens started playing ambidextrous is when he was in Alaska, his right hand would get so cold playing out in the weather and conditions, so he had to switch between hands to keep them both warm.
One in his pocket, keep it warm enough so he could play with it.
Exactly, one in his pocket where he keeps his hand warmers.
Oh, we also got a player in Idaho, Scott Arnold, plays well with both hands. I've seen Scott Arnold. He went to a few worlds now, I believe.
Plays both hands. Greg confirms the Alaska story. True story.
Let's see.
Now Greg's going to Hawaii to see Colin Cummings. Oh, Greg. Oh, Gregory. What else can you do? You can see both our players are wearing jerseys with their names on the back. We're trying to add a little uniform to the air hockey like Idaho and the American Air Hockey League has been doing.
Yeah, so if you look on the left side, you see Steve in his black and gold jersey. This jersey actually represents accomplishing the task of becoming a top 10 player of North Carolina. But if you look at Rick's jersey on the right with that dark green, that's actually what we call the prototype jersey. It was our first jersey we created to test these ones out.
And the top 5 got those, and that also included Steve. So definitely love all the work that you guys have been putting in for the jerseys. It's always nice to know people's names too. Game point 5.
If you didn't know, Rafa, what you see on Rafael's back, doesn't represent Rafael. It actually means righteous ability for air hockey. Air hockey! Wow, that actually works.
Rafa. Steve took a timeout, gather his thoughts. What shot is coming next? Oh, I think it was Riff's timeout because he had possession. 7-5 Roth. The lucky table side strikes again. 7-5 confirmed. Almost in. Shoot. A monkey. 7-5. It's hard for me to multitask. Got a lot of 7-5s on this match card. They like to go back and forth. Only a few outliers at the beginning.
Let it be known that ever since Joey List began commentating on this stream, the viewer count has gone down significantly.
And Steve's play has gone up. As soon as Joey walked in, it's good luck charm. Righteous ability for air hockey. Rafa.
Can we make it to 30 likes? Might as well reach for the stars, you know.
Oh yeah, double it. Gotta put it into existence. We're on to game 5.
Here we go as game 5 begins. Puck stays on Steve's side after they meet in the middle and touch mallets. But turns out it was Riff's puck. Starts off with a straight shot. Steve slows down the pace, inching up and powering the shot. Hits the back of the mallet right wall, 1-0. Goes for another back of the mallet right, gets blocked, meets it with a straight. Riff is able to stop it. Plays defense, gains possession. Sets up a drift, brings it back. Hits a left wall, but Steve's able to stop it. Both players meet at the middle. Sometimes in air hockey, we get to these stalemates where both players just are sending accurate shots at each other, but no one can put it in the goal. Riff goes for a cut straight from the left hand. Goes for a cross straight from the left. And Steve's able to read it. Steve, more of a transition player, likes to catch the puck and shoot it. The less time that he has the puck, the less time his opponent has to read it. But is not able to set his defense up to stop that. 1-1 for both players. 2-1. Steve holds out, plays it slow, executes a cut straight. Rafael goes for a medium speed overbank. Sets up a slow shot as well. You notice when one of the players slows down, the other player slows down too. It's almost like they're thinking the same things on each end. Raf slows it down. Hits it down the middle. Steve's able to hold 3 shots. The 4th goes in. Steve sped it up and hits a wide left corner right wall bank. Very hard shot to execute in the moment. Raf does not falter from it. Gets the point right back. Rafa likes to take the puck and bring it back. Look up to see what his defender's positioning is. Push it forward and make a decision at that moment based on what the defender is doing. More of an intuitive style with a precision accuracy. Switches it up. Slows down the pace. What a decision. Yep, great execution. We are at 4-4 in this game of the 3rd set. Steve has been here before. He's played a challenge match against Rafael where Rafael won the first 3 sets, only needed 1 more to win the entire match. But Steve ended up winning the next set, and the next, and the next, until they went to the final, where Steve took that victory, claiming North Carolina number 2. Brings it back. Pump fakes. Executes a beautiful shot and calls timeout. Clip that. If any of you are ever wondering why air hockey can be so complex, that was the pure demonstration.
Oh, we got our second show me. Oh, Riff with an important stop. Gathering the puck back. Taking it on that diagonal. Let's see if Steve can make this time.
Riff puts it right in the goal, hitting 2 straight shots to the right side to set it up, and going to the exact spot, hitting a bank shot to the other corner. Absolutely incredible.
Riff broke the table streak, the side streak with that one.
You know, I actually heard my ear pop after he hit that bank shot so hard.
You could tell that was definitely an important game for both players.
That one I might have, but I just
believe
did so
now-
much dumb shit.
I believe now it's tied, if I'm not mistaken. No, Riff might be in the lead.
You know, when Riff lost that first challenge match after being up 3-0 to Steve, I think that really changed the way Riff views this. He always wanted it, but when that happened, he learned what it felt like to just be disappointed with yourself in such a way. So he's been here. He does not want to ever let that happen again. He doesn't want to feel that pain.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier in the stream. These players have played so many matches and so many sets against each other, and then their last match, Riff took that incredible lead and lost it. And that's just a testament to Steve's will and his never give up attitude. Coming back down 3-0, 3-0 to win 4-3 is an incredible feat that not many have achieved.
Agreed. You don't know what that feels like until it happens. We make these moments one memory at a time when it comes to air hockey. And that's why we play. Steve sets up a bank, gets the puck back, slows it down, delays at the end, then going right to a quick shot, switching up the pace, takes the lead. Riff goes one.
Riff is currently up 3-2. This potential set game for Riff.
Riff hasn't let off the gas this entire time. He's taken every possession, every game, every mistake he's made, and he's combated it one at a time. He's not running away from these moments. He's embracing them. He wants to be here. He wants to win this game. How will he get it? By playing one defensive possession at a time, by scoring 1 point at a time.
But you definitely have to you have to control the pace against Steve, because he is the type of player who if you let him, he'll play the pace he wants, and he can dice you up if you try to play into his style, into his game.
Agreed. He plays so fast that he makes you want to play fast. He makes you want to speed up your pace without even realizing it.
Oh, Spec. Shouts to Spec.
Shout out to Spec asking his question, is Steve sober this time?
Very important question.
Yes.
I don't know. I can't tell you.
Steve's been high on life ever since he got that mohawk. He's loved every moment of it.
Oh, that's so true. Oh, so sweet. Leading 5-4, I believe.
If you notice, the referee, actually, you cannot see on the left side. There's one of our volunteers who's not only keeping score, but looking in the center of the table to make sure that either the players don't hit the pucks over the line or their mallets don't go over the entire line. You actually don't have to play with a referee. We call this street puck.
The classic self-ref.
The classic South ref. From one of our loyal chat members, Gregory Givens, one time Riff hit a left wall under on me that was so powerful that it knocked the Earth onto a higher orbit and turned it into a leap year. Wow. 2 truths and 1 lie for Gregory Givens, and that is definitely one of the truths.
Oh, 100%. You haven't heard of the lefty leap year?
A lefty leap year.
Like a great lefty leap year. But Joey, I think you can tell that story better than I can.
Wow, the great lefty leap year. A warm year it was.
Not as much pollen as this time.
Referee takes the game.
Close out the.
The only reason that game ended because one person had a stop on the lucky side of the table, or the only reason that set ended.
Yes, the lucky side of the table. The way that works is both players actually have a chance to put more money into these matches. So whoever pays the more amount of money gets to actually start on the lucky side of the table, which, as you can look in the scorecard, means a lot in these moments.
We can put it on a little pause for the break. Unless Joey wants to keep going.
Wow, from Willow Church, Steve has not won consecutive games in his 3 sets. That is really important because
I feel it. Trust me.
what that means is Steve is able to adapt in the moment, figure out how to beat Riff, and he does. But Riff then takes the next game and does it right back to him. So either Steve's matching that level, Riff is matching that level, or Steve needs to figure out how to adapt at the second level of these types of moments.
Alrighty, well, we will be taking a short intermission, 7-minute intermission, and we will be back with set number 4.
Sometimes I get tired.
I fucking feel it. I see it. It's just over. What up? It's over and over and over and over. It's like, yeah, I gotta break that sometimes. Bad decision making.
Not yet.
It's like it's funny. Bad shots follow bad decision making. You know what I mean? Like it's just.
That was a small one. I love that. There's so many people on here, man. It's just, glancing around. Oh, did you ever figure out the joke? The riddle?
Yeah.
Test, test, test. 1, 2, 1, 2.
2-1.
Alrighty, we are back with set number 4. Answer the question in the poll. Who takes set 4? Riff Portillo, Hat Green Polo, or Steve Olson, Mohawk Black Polo? Thank you for joining us on this fine Saturday. If you're just now joining us, Riff currently leads 3-0. We are currently in game 1 of set 4, a very important set for both players. This really determines whether it's going to be a short day or a long day. Gregory Gibbons. One time, Steve hit a cut on me that was so deceptive that I lost all faith in objective reality and had to check myself into a mental health facility for 3 weeks. Oh, Steve does know how to disguise those cuts to a point where it's just it takes you to another dimension, to say the least. Players picking up the pace. I believe. Oh, we have our third. Show me. Only 6. Oh, Steve had position. Riff with the vital block. Going for a weak wall over, it looked like. Steve looking for that reverse cut. Steve looking for that cut again. And finds that under to get that 7-6 victory. Can you record the sports then? Oh, yeah. 760. Okay. Yes, I'm getting it. Talking about corporate house. Steve takes game 1 of set 4 with a 7-6. A close one to start set 4. Can we get a woof in the chat?
What are they thinking? They probably gonna play air hockey. Who bought it?
Be sure to help us out. If you haven't dropped a like yet, please drop us a like. We're trying to get to 30 likes. And every like is much appreciated.
All right, it's going to be game number 2 of set 4. Steve leads 1 game to 0. Are both players ready?
Going back to what Joey said, yeah, it's just back and forth, and it's about who will make the adjustment to take more consecutive games. Oh no, Will upstairs was on that said that Steve has not won consecutive games in 3 sets. So let's see if Steve can pull this out, or will it just be another flip-flop? If you haven't yet, go ahead and take your vote. Who takes set 4? Riff attempting that weak wall over. Steve attempting a straight. Both blocked. The defenses right now are playing out of their mind. Staying placed, staying disciplined, and really just defending their goals at all costs. Riff with a weak wall under. And ends up hitting a straight. Steve with a straight, not letting Riff really breathe a little. Not letting him get a chance to possibly take the lead, which is vital. Steve with a timeout to slow down his pace. Really try to start taking it at his stride. Oh, 2 votes, 100% for Steve Olson right now. Oh, doubled his lead. Now up 4-2. Trying to get that defensive stop so Riff doesn't have a chance to add a comeback, really. Steve wanting to push his pace. Riff with a solid defense trying to get that puck back. Had a transition attempt slightly off, but got the puck back. Let's see if he can cut this lead down. Steve with some solid defense on that left wall. Really getting to that point. And with the straight, Steve coming with the under the left wall. The right wall, thunder, my bad.
5-3.
Steve currently with a 2-goal lead, leading 5-3.
Game point 3.
Opening it up to 3 goals. Game point 3 for Steve Olson. Looking to take game number 2 and win his first consecutive, having a 2-game win streak.
Game point 4.
With taking it 1 possession at a time, just getting past Steve's defense. Steve stomps. Steve stomps the momentum of Riff right in its tracks and takes that crucial game 2 to have a 2-game win streak, leading 2-0 in set number 4. Steve is really controlling his possession here. Controlling the puck. Not allowing Riff to get momentum, take momentum in. And push the game into his favor.
Which is crazy because that place is super busy. High wire in downtown Charlotte. It's a good spot. It's right next to Pins Mechanical. Next walking distance, so it's kind of cool. Right next to what? Pins Mechanical.
Greg, Steve is very locked in.
Bowling arcade bar. We're opening one in Raleigh, actually.
Steve wants to get this set
30,000 square feet of Seaboard Station.
against the pesky lefty.
But they got mega. It's like puppies. They got mega. But it's cool. Downtown's a good spot. I wired is awesome.
All right, gentlemen. Steve leads the set 2-0. All right, are we ready? No, early, no goal.
Early, I top it, but nothing. It's crazy. Early.
It was right. All right. Riff is early again. It'll be Steve's puck. Are we ready? 0-1.
Steve right at the line.
1-0.
Was that an own goal? Not entirely sure. It's hard to see. Very quick play. But Steve currently leads 1-0.
1-2.
Nope.
2-2.
2-0 tied 2-all. They really started picking up the pace now. Steve looking great on the transition, actually being able to get out there. At a speed that honestly it makes you blink twice. It really does. Riff taking a lead, doubling just like that with a great transition. Steve slowing the pace down, reestablishing a straight offense. Riff currently up 4-3. Looking for that weak ball under. Shooting across it. Cross. Possibly looked like a cut. But Steve was able to get there and defend.
Riff, you ready? Okay. 5-3.
Riff coming back with some straights.
5-4.
Oh, now it's a cut fest. It's 2 cuts scored back to back, 1 from each quarter. Riff looking for that cut once more, turned into an off goal. And Fake looking for that cut once more. Cross. Saved it barely. It could have possibly been an own goal. Steve staying strong on defense. Looking for his cut as well. Trying to get it to the line. What a left wall from Steve to tie it up 5-all. Riff's still looking for that cut straight, and he finds it. So nip and tuck right in that left side of the goal.
Input either way.
Oh, we have a fourth. Show me. Riff looking for a reverse cut off a drift. Looking for a cross off the drift. Steve getting a tad bit antsy, wanting to get the puck back. An important timeout from Riff at 6-6.
9-10. Steve, are you ready? Fuck it.
6-all. Show me.
Come on.
And Riff
7-6.
finds that cross. Huge 7-6. To narrow Steve's lead to 2 games to 1. That over indeed, Gregory. That over indeed. If you haven't already, please drop a like or a subscription. Any support helps to lift what is competitive air hockey.
1-0.
Steve wanted to take the dominant foot. Steve currently up 2-0 and 2-1 in set 4. Oh, Riff had that transition just slightly off. Steve getting the puck back. Steve calling the timeout. Steve calling a timeout. assuming an effort
Ready? Okay.
to thwart the comeback,
Wrist clap.
thwart the momentum.
Steve, are you ready? Okay.
Yeah, let's get that one more like for 20. Oh, both players battling at the line. Work definitely way faster than what we've been seeing this entire game, this entire match, honestly. But both players are finding their stride. Steve with that wicked right wall under. With what looked like a touch straight. And an insane block. Both players picking up the speed. Going for a straight Steve block. Oh, it turned into an own goal. They're looking for that off goal cut transition attempt, I assume. Steve has really opened this game up, showing that Steve has his transition game unlocked. He likes the speed. And if you try, to speed it up with Steve,
7-3, Steve.
it'll be over.
There's been a couple of false starts. I don't know why more people do this. Whenever I do a face-off, I don't release it at the same time every time.
Yeah,
I like
randomize it.
I randomize it because I feel like it shouldn't be like, oh, I understand this person's like release. It should be random. It should be reaction.
For sure.
That's how I like it. That's why it's different.
They were both alternating between taps and hard swings, and like when we both do a hard swing at the same time, it's going. I'm taking two.
Steve Olson taking his 2 minutes. Taking an extra minute for this set. Hey, we got 20 likes. 21 likes. Oh, nice. Can we get 9 more likes to take it to 30?
I didn't realize, like, whenever we met a writer, that really is like a really good thing.
Yeah.
I forgot how close.
What's up, Emil?
Yeah.
Nice of you to join us this fine afternoon.
So because of where I
You tuned in for a good one. Steve currently leads three games to 1 in set 4. But Riff currently leads 3 sets to 0. Doing best 4 out of 7.
30 seconds.
Yeah, because I was gonna say you were there right around.
Dude, I was not trying to eat bottles.
Right.
15 seconds. You ready? Yeah.
Dang, can we get a go the distance?
Referee,
Go
ready?
the distance. Go the distance. Go the
This is gonna be
distance.
game number 5. Steve leads 3-1. Potential set game. All right. Are we ready?
Potential set game for Steve Olson. Won the face off and started with just cranking that right wall under. And Riff says, I can do it too. With his strong wall, his left wall.
1-2.
I believe that was a cut. Oh, trading shots back and forth. two heavyweights saying, whatever you can do, I can do too. And I can do better. No player has really been able to get momentum and take it. Riff gets that possession, shoots across a bit too hard, bounces off the back rail, and flies off, giving Steve the possession. Steve looking for his cut. Filthy cut. The game taking a bit of a slower pace. Riff taking a slower approach now. Still working off his diagonal, hitting the cut. Steve looking for that under, wasn't quite there accurate. And a right wall over. Released it a bit further back a bit. Riff with that block. Steve with the save. Oh, what a transitional tip.
Game point, set point.
Game point, set point. Show me. Riff looking for that cut. Wasn't able to find it. Great defense from Steve. Great timeout from Riff. Game point, set point. 6-all. Show me. Riff has possession. Let's see what we could pull out the bag. Looking for a cross. Steve blocks and retains possession. Timeout from Steve. What a high intensity matchup. 6-all. Steve has set this potential set point. And he finishes it with the under 7-6. Steve. We will be back with some more commentary.
That's good though.
We'll be back in about 5 to 7 minutes.
We want some of this.
Let's get it.
All right. It's going to be set number 5. Ripley 3 sets to 1. Again, potential set match. On my release, are we ready?
And we are back with set number 5 in this battle for NC-4 and World 23. Both of them are flip-flopped. I believe Riff is World 23 and World 23 and State 5. Steve is World 24 and NC-4. Hey, Spec, you're not wrong. Joey's very smooth. You want to know what else is smooth on Joey? His bald cranium that he keeps under a head.
1, 2.
And 2 goal giving problems to on that far side.
So that did hit the top of the rail, so it's going to see Steph. Ready? Okay.
At the top of the rail, Steve's
2 all.
Steve to tie it 2-0. Riff with a cross. This game is turned into a chase. Whoever has the lead, they got to keep it at all costs, and the only way to keep it is with that offense. Oftentimes, they're scoring within 5 shots of one another, or getting that defensive stop. Unfortunate flub for Riff. So at 4 apiece. A back and forth affair from Riff and Steve.
5-4.
Steve has really found that right wall under of his.
Game point 4.
Steve not letting Riff really impose his will.
Oh, come on.
Steve's defense has just been another level, getting that transition shot. Steve taking game 1 of set 5, 7-4.
Hey, Mark, am I mallet over there?
Yeah. Thank you.
Of course.
So game number 2, Steve leads 1 game to 0. We all release. Are we ready? 0-1.
Steve has gotten a lot better at putting delays on his shots. Delays on his shots and just changes of power also. Being able to find that under end over.
Come on. That's still in play. Didn't hit it again, right? Yeah.
Ready.
Okay.
I'm joined here again with NC #1 and fellow showdown winner and face-off winner, Joey Liss.
Showdown and face-off. That's pretty cool.
Right? Who knows?
What a doubles team we would be.
I think it would be a scary doubles team.
I'd feel bad for anyone who wants to play us.
But Steve in this back half of this match is really woken up and really found his footing on offense and defense.
Agreed. Makes you question knowing that this has happened in a similar way in a challenge match in the past. Is this Steve's ability to adapt to the game? Or is this Riff maybe not stepping on the gas as hard as he was at the beginning?
It's very true, but in that same notion, you also got to think endurance levels. How is each player's endurance level compared to one another?
Yeah, Steve, a gym owner, his job, his 8 to 5 is going in gyms throughout the day, so he's always moving. There's Riff, who does working 8 to 5 in the office. But Riff, one of our most aggressive players, he's seen and beat so many people in these one-set challenges at Worlds and state tournament. Maybe does he get a little gassed in these later matches, these 4 out of 7s? I'm not sure.
They are wicked long, though. Like, they can last for hours on end. And as much as it is physical, it's also a very mental game. You have to be able to have that strong mentality to stick to a game plan and understand when it's not working and how to change it.
Yeah, a lot of people can accidentally be a little too stubborn. So they train, they have a shot, a combo, a technique that they're able to execute, but it just doesn't work sometimes against some opponents. Ask yourself, am I going to try to fix it, or am I going to just move on, try something else?
And it looks like Steve has found that adjustment, found that offense, that cut right while under and over. Like he sneaks in that over too, and it's the same thing we were talking about earlier. Just his play on how much power he actually puts into a shot. There it was. A lighter tap, but still with that same fear of a pop shot, because we know Steve can crank unders from almost anywhere on the table.
Exactly. He makes you flinch. He gets you so used to that powerful underbank shot that he does that same release, just pulls a little back at the end, yet we're still moving back. It's almost like we're afraid he's going to punch us in the face, and then he just taps us.
Is it 2 games to 0? A little bit of prop, right? I don't know if I should go. Probably be a good idea. Maybe.
Hey, Spec. I miss you. I hope you're having a great time in Idaho. Thanks for repping. This is a good match right here. We got Riff and Steve. They're still going at it. They've done this before. They've played these types of matches. How would Riff feel if he played 2 challenge matches against Steve, was up 3 sets or 2 sets to 0 in both of them, and have him end up coming back? Riff does not want to let this happen. What's he going to do? He's going to play defense 1 possession at a time. He sets up his shot. Goes for a straight, puts it in the corner.
Griff is definitely trying to find some sort of silver lining because now he hasn't been able to get consecutive games.
Consecutive games. The ability to not just win 1 point at a time, but to continue adapting and figuring out what's the correct decision to make. In air hockey, we learn how to first make all the shots, set it up in a deceptive or powerful way where we can then execute it in a moment of high stress. That's the first stage. From there becomes the decision making. Why should I take that shot? When should I take it? How should I take it? And this is the progression of air hockey. Oh, we have from one of our historians, Gregory Givens. One time, Marco hit me with that razzle-dazzle puck. Control so smooth that I had to wear an adult diaper home. Gregory, thank you for always being very honest. You know, I remember when you used to play in the 1970s, you had the most heart when you went into these games. And now you're just sitting in Alaska waiting to play some more ambidextrous air hockey. Thank you, Greg. Spec talking to Joey, which is me. Oh, I've been trying to learn from my game of the showdown. That's so sweet, Spec. Well, we can't focus on me right now because we got this match in front of us. Riff is slowing down the pace. Goes for a cross. You know, when we watch air hockey, there's multiple types of straight shots, multiple types of bank shots. So they all combo each other in unique ways, whether it's how you release them, when, the timing that you use.
Oh, yeah.
Riff hits it right back into Steve's goal. It's a big moment for Steve. Sets it up. Both of these players are officially playing at a slow pace. Does that mean one of them should maybe switch it up? To throw it off guard, speed it up, hit a pump fake? Or are they just going to keep challenging each other, staying in the same rhythm? Riff switches it up with a straight.
Oh, come on.
Catches a beautiful defensive possession. Goes to the weak wall. Transitions it back into the goal. Right back on Steve.
Set count is 3-1 Riff. Steve got the last 4 games to 1, I believe. And currently leading 2-1 in set number 5.
Jeez. What a fight.
Back and forth. They picked up the pace for a little bit, and then they slowed it down significantly.
So it's almost like they start off at a different pace each. Then they both kind of go to the same pace. And then one switches it up, and the other goes to that pace. And then the other one switches it up, and then they meet at that pace. I feel like when they both play fast, they're both playing fast, and they're both playing slow. It makes me wonder, is that the adaptation to find the opening? To continually switch it up every time your opponent thinks they guess onto what you're doing? Or should they keep it more simple and fundamental and just stick in with whatever's working? After Steve puts it in the goal, Strongman Steve accidentally breaks the goal again. He doesn't mean it. He knows he shouldn't work out as much as he does because this is what happens. I remember 2019, he picked up an entire table, put it above his shoulders, and did a squat. That was part of...
I heard of the legend of that story. Unfortunately, I wasn't there to witness. But so many people said it was just an incredible feat.
Yes. What a moment it was. It was after that day that he got the mohawk to actually represent his accomplishment.
Oh man. To represent the center line.
the center line where he picked it above his head. Wow. Steve has possession, sets up a power bank towards the center, gets it in the goal. Feels like Riff has this set in the bag, but Steve just needs to change his release on that cut cross. Wow, what a read. You know, Steve, a player who actually claims to have multiple releases on his right walls, his cuts and crosses. So his way of simplicity is actually different releases on simple shots. But is he just making the wrong decision on which release to use and why? Having so many releases and so many different shots can accidentally make a simple game really complex. Is this what he's going through right now? We'll see.
We have some goal maintenance right quick. These two strongmen absolutely breaking the goal, making sure that goal doesn't have time to register what a puck does.
Maintenance technician Kurt Zender is here to help. He is hourly, so from the moment he starts fixing a table, the clock begins. He gets paid $5,000 per hour to be able to fix these tables. It's important that you all realize this to understand.
My table doesn't have a key, it just has a bolt.
With all due respect, my air hockey table just screws.
Steven, looks like multiple people are here.
An unfortunate set of circumstances with the goal breaking. But that's what you get when you have two strong men.
Very, very strong men. Now, look at this. A sudden change of events. You know, something you can't control, but will one of the players be able to actually use this to their advantage? Taking a deep breath, you know, understanding, or will they go into it forgetting what's been going on for the past 5 minutes, forgetting what shots were open, when they were open, why they were open?
Honestly, I'm expecting to come back guns a-blazing from this break. They're about to play so fast for 2 points. And then they're going to slow it down.
That's what it seems like. These two young bucks just start off real fast and then just slow down. Could it be their age?
If you haven't already, please drop us a like and subscribe if you're liking the air hockey.
See, we're hitting that button.
Oh, we're back live. We're back live, but we've always been live.
All right, gentlemen, the score is correct on the scoreboard. It is 0-2.
The score is correct on the scoreboard. It's 0-2. These players are back in the moment. Here we go. Griff pulls it back, sets up a straight. Steve counters with a bank. Goes for a wide straight. Delays the shot, goes for the bank. Riff is able to read it. Riff's possession.
I stand mistaken. They came out really at slow pace, trying to reestablish their footing.
Yep, none of them came in hot, heavy, aggressive. They both are playing reserved. Seems like they're trying to figure out what's the opening, but Riff has made the same shot twice in a row, across straight. Steve throws another straight right back at him.
Following up the left wall under his strong wall.
3-4.
Steve with another straight.
Yeah, they're meeting each other now. Who's going to make the adaptation to stop the other player from scoring?
Rip with the transition to get the puck back. Let's see if they take advantage. Goes for a cross, hits the off goal. Steve seemed ready. And with a cut off goal. Finishes with the cut to take the lead.
Game point 4. Riff has a moment. And Riff does it.
Riff with a slight charge, meeting him at the line. To really throw Steve off his loop.
You know,
Charge to send it back.
wow. What a read. It doesn't, when you charge the puck back at your opponent, you don't have to hit it full speed. You just got to meet him where you think that puck's going to go and give it a little bit of a kiss.
A nice little butterfly kiss right on the puck.
Yeah. Eskimo kiss. Right with the eyelashes. Riff is able to do that to take this game. Game count and set count is what do we have, Marco? The Phoenix?
2-2 now. Oh no, 2-1.
2-1. And is the set count 2-1 as well? Is the set count 3-1?
Set count is 3-1. Riff.
Wow. So Riff is now 3 games away from potentially winning this entire match.
Game number 5, I stand mistaken, we're tied 2-all. Game 5.
Going into game 5, tied 2-all, Riff is 2 potential games away from winning this match. This is his moment where he understands that, hey, I can end it right here. It's not a time to play with your food. It's not a time to not have the foot on the gas. You need to play aggressive. You need to not overthink. But at the same time, you need to be patient. You can't rush these moments because you want this to end faster. Make a right choice.
Oh, that's easier said than done. Both these players have hours and hours of playing time, but imagine somebody fairly new to playing at a competitive level. The amount of stress and anxiety that comes upon being in one of these high pressure matches. Like even sometimes it happens to me all the time where I watch an intense match and I can feel the intensity and my heart start racing a bit faster. I start thinking about what I would do in a certain situation or how to really get past a defense when a defense is shutting you down, or what's working for an offense.
Sometimes I'd be waking up in a nightmare where I just got scored on and I cannot figure out what to do to stop these shots. What a match we got. 4-4. Riff slows it down, hits a straight. Sets up a power bank, but Steve's able to read it. Gets it off the table, maintains possession. This is not a time for Riff to go down. Steve has the puck. Sets up a power bank, but Riff reads it right back.
Riff controlling the possession, shooting a shot, goes off. Possession goes back to Steve.
If you notice, both players actually took the same shot 1 to 2 times each as each other. Steve slows it down, hits a slower bank, able to maintain possession. Third shot that he attempts, gets it in the goal. Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck! How did that go in?
5-4. I don't even know what happened there. So both players missed the puck.
5-all. They both sped it up. They're meeting each other. Riff tries to meet him on the line. Steve gets it right past him. And then maintains possession after Riff takes a shot right off the serve. Steve slows it down, induces the anxiety. Riff goes forward, gets it right past him. What a moment. Steve is now up 3-2 in this set. A reminder for all of our viewers, these two have played a challenge match before where Riff was up 3-0. Steve ended up coming back 3 sets. They met in the final set. Steve won it. Riff has been in this moment before with this exact player. If Steve wins one more game, they go to another set, which means Steve could be in a spot where he comes back 3-0 again on Riff.
I think it would be good to just order a couple.
That'd be absolutely insane to watch again. It'll be like deja vu.
I can't believe this is happening. They could have made it any other outcome, and they're making it the same as last time. For all of you who put the bets on this, I know this. You all lost your money because this is going not the way we expected. But wow, here we go. They meet in the middle for the face-off. Slap mallets. Transition. Steve maintains the first possession. Powers a bank in to start. Right past Riff's mallet. Riff can't even react that fast. He hits it so hard. Sets up a slower bank on the reverse side.
Riff looking a bit antsy on his defense, really trying to disrupt Steve's flow, getting up to the line, trying to make him think twice about hitting a straight on him. But Steve with those unders are going crazy right now. Wicked accuracy on both his strong wall and weak wall. Even though you haven't seen his strong wall, his weak wall that often.
He keeps it in reserve. For players who don't know, we like to classify either the left or the right wall as the strong or the weak wall. You know, with left-handed players and right-handed players, it can get a little confusing. So as a right-handed player, the strong wall is your right. As a left-handed player, the strong wall is your left. The timeout's called. Steve knows that this is a good moment for him to not make a mistake.
A good moment for a cold, crisp, crushable New Belgium Mountain Time Premium Lager? I think yes.
New Belgium Mountain Time Lager. So good on an air hockey event like this. I'm so glad to be sipping on one right now. And they just go right back at each other. When one plays fast, the other plays fast. They do not want to falter.
Steve taking that lead, Riff getting that block. What a ridiculous level these two are playing at right now. Steve pulling Riff out, baiting him into that straight, getting Riff to lean forward and initiate that charge, and then just going around him with that strong wall under his right wall.
Yep. For those newer players or viewers watching this match, you might look at these two and you're like, oh, I can probably do that. You probably can, but what you probably can't do is the defense that comes with it. When it comes to offense, close your eyes, just wing it, shoot that thing. No one's going to know where it's going. But where these players are really strong at this level is their ability to play solid defense and stop their opponent from putting the puck in the goal. Riff powers a bank, goes to 4-5. Steve hits a medium speed straight, powers a fast straight, hits a transition for the set point. Riff takes another shot on the serve. You know,
Set, Steve, 7-4.
He's not even giving himself a chance to get in the flow. He's playing aggressive. And Steve is able to just take that moment and just say, no, I'm not going to play at that speed. I'm going to take it. I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to execute a shot based on a good decision. Steve hits a medium speed bank shot to come back, wins the set. We are now 3-2. If Riff wins this next set, he's able to walk away as North Carolina's number 4 ranked player in the entire state. But if Steve can win one more set, he has the opportunity for this comeback. 3-3, a reverse skunk, it's called. He's done it before in 2024. We will be back right after this. Both players will now take a break. 5 minutes. Can't wait to watch this next set.
leads 3 sets to 2. On my release, are we ready?
Oh, come on.
Ready? Okay. Come on. One, two. Swallow. Two, three. Three all. 3, 4. Three, 5.
Quick test. 1, 2. Test 1.
3, 1 point.
Oh, nice. We got the sound back on. And we're coming at you live with set number 6. Riff currently leads 3 sets to 0.
4, 1 point.
But Steve has won the last 2 sets back to back consecutively.
5, 1 point.
Riff currently leading 6-5 in game 1.
Oh, yeah.
7,
Finishing
5,
it with a
Rip.
straight 7-5 Riff to take the lead in set number 6. Let's see if Steve can adapt. Steve made those adjustments to take 2 sets back-to-back sets, 4 and 5, to push it to a set 6. He was straight dominating with his strong wall under. Steve was, and I think Riff's starting to feel the pressure now. He was in such a good situation, and just like that, on the turn of a dime, he finds himself only leading by one set, trying to stop the comeback bid. And here we are starting game 2 of set 6. Riff currently leads 1-0, and he currently leads 3 sets to 2. Steve with the stick to take the lead. Riff with a strong wall under his long wall. Steve answers back with a strong wall of his own.
1-3.
Steve finding 2 straights and an under.
2-3.
Steve looking for that straight directly from the midline. To where Riff really has to take his guess on what shot to take. Steve with a nice block to prevent that straight from going in, going for a strong wall of zone. Looking for that swing.
3-5.
And Steve finds that reverse cut to keep a 2-goal lead,
4-5.
which quickly disappears with Riff scoring a straight to cut the lead to 1. It's now 5-4. 5-all. Tied up. Riff getting possession back. Looking to take a lead on this game. Steve getting the puck back. Looking for his strongest shots. But Riff's defense stayed solid. Riff finds that cut to go up 6-5. 6-all. Show me. An intense battle these two are having. And Riff finds that strong wall under to close it out. 7-6. Game 2 of set 6. Riff is currently up 2-0. A true intense battle these two are having. Back and forth affair. And back and forth really from the beginning sets. Riff taking a commanding 2-0 lead, but as I always say with football, 2-0 is one of the most deceptive score lines. Never trust the 2-0. You got to trust a team or a player to could close the deal, seal the deal. So Riff currently leading 2-0 in set number 6. Riff going 2-0 in game 3. Riff has really found his footing in this set, really dictating the pace of the game. Photon air hockey. The set count is 3-2 Riff. Riff was up 3-0, and Steve has won the last 2 sets to cut the lead down to 1. Oh, we want to go the distance. Do us a huge favor. thank you for joining us. But if you could, please drop a like and subscribe and even share. We want more air hockey, and we want to show people the competitive side of air hockey.
3-2. Timeout heard.
Riff calls an important timeout. To slow down the pace, gather his head a tad bit.
All right, 10. Ready? Okay. 3-all. 4-3. 4-all.
Currently tied 4 apiece.
5-4.
Riff looking to take a commanding 3-0 lead, while Steve looking to cut the lead down to 1. Riff really controlling his pace, picking his shots, sped it up a tad bit, just a tad off. Looking for that cross. Ooh, Steve with that forehand. Now he's been finding that he's had a really good percentage. Big charge from Steve. Met him at the line. Forced Riff to really just have a mental lapse.
Oh, yeah. 8.5.
A soft under. Riff speeding it up, finding that, looking for that cut. Wasn't able to find it. Steve slowing down his strong wall. Both players picked up the pace in these last couple points. Riff with a crucial block. Transition going crazy. Great defense on both sides. Slightly missed. Riff with the cut to bring us to a show me. Riff gains possession off a quick shot.
Yes, you do. Timeout heard.
Thank you, Photon Air Hockey. The PAHL
10.
over there in Houston, Texas. Growing like crazy. Having some really entertaining barn burners on Thursday, and even streaming the Houston Weekly on Fridays. Riff taking that game, that 7-6, to take the lead 3-0. If you haven't already, drop a like. We're trying to get to 30 likes to, show more air hockey. Overall, insane battle. Steve storming back down 3-0 to be down 3-2. Connor, more air hockey. We're bringing more air hockey straight to you.
I didn't lose because of that. You know what I mean?
So this is potential set game for Riff. Currently leads 3-0 in set 6, 3-2 overall.
Game 4, this potential match game. Let's get it.
Not potential match game. My bad. I think I said set game.
Lost a mallet.
Lost a mallet to lose the face off, but getting the puck right back. Riff has really been controlling his possession. Steve with an unfortunate palming. He got the possession. Just laid the hand down on top of the puck.
Come on. 1-2.
Riff taking a 1-0 lead to start the game off of what looked like a figure 8.
2-0.
Just to cut that. Hit the inside corner.
3-0.
Transition for Riff to open it up 3-0. Steve picking up his pace. not being able to find much consistent offense on Riff. Riff has locked his defense down
Riff's punt. Ready, punt it.
to the point where he's like a stone wall on that back line. That under that was so easy for Steve to hit. It just seems like it's not getting to the spot.
4-0.
Riff up 4-0. Steve slowed that under down just a tad bit, and Riff got to the point, made that stop. Steve trying with a forehand cross with a
5-0.
cut to open that up 5-0. Riff possession.
Match point 0.
Match point 0.
I missed that shot.
Insane.
Match point 1.
Steve gets 1. Match point 1.
Right. Ready. Tuck in.
Topping call on Steve.
Match point 2.
Steve finds that
Timeout. Third.
far left right wall under. Really caught Riff on the out with that one.
9.
So much so Riff had to call a timeout to gather himself. Steve feeling hot with 2 points, looking to mount this comeback. What a block from Steve, but Riff regains possession. It's weak wall over. Miss. Steve regaining possession off
Over.
the straight
Ready.
with a forehand called over. Riff
7-2.
closing the game out, closing the match out 7-2.
You wouldn't even call the first
Emphatic.
over of the match on the last freaking possession.
I was gonna pull a marker
What?
on that final shot, but I lost it.
Right. I could already, I knew you would have won that, so you would have won that. Oh, for sure. You were steamrolling.
Started to play in the second game, but I
I
screwed
made the joke earlier. I'm like, oh, if Steve wins this set, Rick's not gonna let me rest. That's happening.
Unless you're making blatant horrible calls, but you weren't.
I might have given you an extra time. I thought it was the game before. I could remember that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, let's
acknowledge.
Appreciate it.
No, it's not done.
Yeah.
This match was
That was cool. That was fun.
This match was
Thanks a lot,
presented to
Rafael.
you by New Belgium's premium Mountain Time Lager.
some say it's crisp
Cold.
and crushable, but joke's on them. It's all three.
It's all of them, and it's premium. This ain't your usual lager. This is Mountain Time Premium Lager.
Acknowledge the premium lager.
Acknowledge it. This is the premium of all lagers. Live life on Mountain Time.
Yeah.
I'm really mad.